Hi, everyone, and thanks for joining us on this hot Friday. I'm Lisa Hughes with the WBZ News Update. The trial of the man accused of kidnapping and raping a woman will end next week. On Friday, the jury visited the Charlestown apartment where Victor Pena allegedly held the woman for 3 days after kidnapping her from a Boston bar. His attorneys rested their case after the visit without calling any witnesses. Jurors are expected to hear closing arguments next week. Thursday's severe weather was deadly. A young girl who was camping with her family was killed when storms whipped through the area. The group was at a campground in Standish. The 9-year-old took cover in the family's car before trees crashed onto the car. Rescuers worked to clear the tree, but the girl was pronounced dead at the scene. Massachusetts parents who have little access to childcare may soon have more options. The state says Lynn and Springfield don't have enough daycare centers to meet the community's needs. Business owners in those communities can now request grants to open childcare centers, and training will be available. We want to get a check of the forecast now in the middle of this heat wave with Jacob Wyckoff. Jacob?
Lisa, it was a toasty one today. The good news is it was a drier heat than we felt over the past couple of days. Still in the 90s as we head into this evening, but our dew points are down. We are going to start to see them rising as we go into this weekend. So tonight, falling back down into the 70s in many spots. A mild start. That's our jumping off point for the weekend. Heat advisories in effect throughout much of the Commonwealth. The Berkshires and the Islands, the only places that do not have that heat advisory, but we're all going to play along with some of the heat that builds in for this weekend. Highs tomorrow, especially inland, we're going to see mid to low 90s, even some upper 90s as you go into the Merrimack Valley, the 80s for the Cape and Islands. By Sunday, we have the triple digits in the forecast for Boston, Lexington, Andover. Again, that Merrimack Valley with that southwesterly wind, it is going to sort of make that the bullseye area for some of the most intense heat back into the 80s for Sunday. As far as our records go, we potentially set a new record on Sunday. The record currently sits in the upper 90s. That was set back 89 years ago. So we'll see if that record actually falls. 100 on Sunday, back into the low 90s for Monday. The heat finally breaks with the thunderstorms that move through. Dry as we go into the middle part of the week, and another chance for rain on Thursday. Lisa?
Wow, hot and dry. Jacob, thank you. And thanks for being with us. This has been a WBZ News Update. Have a great weekend.